Toes. अमज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्य श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितनां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशधारिणे। Okay, Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for coming in the very early morning, which is very precious for all of us. But that's the time for chanting and prayers. And that's also part of chanting, that is glorifying Krishna. So, before I start the session, I need a brief of your introduction of, like, from how many years you're practicing Krishna consciousness, what's your general background of education and the qualifications, and also what's your particular service currently you're doing as a part of ISKCON Mombasa. And your favorite prasadam, definitely, I would like to know. Your favorite prasadam. Okay, so shall we start from you, Prabhuji?
You want me to?
Introduction. Introduce yourself. What?
My name is Mahesh. My qualifications is I've done electrical engineering and mechanical engineering.
Well, two.
Yeah. And for my service to the temple, I try to use all my skills for, like even for the runs.
All-rounder.
All round.
Jack of all, but master of none.
No. Master of all.
See, so that's what I try to do. And as far as prasadam is there, it's just general. Anything goes.
Good.
Offer to Krishna.
Krishna. Whatever we
But
get.
something
there's
is.
speciality that
Okay.
did it.
Okay. Good. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhu.
My name is Prashant. I am currently the youth leader preacher here in Nepal. My service includes
So you are taking the classes also?
yes,
The youth classes on Sundays?
Saturdays, every Saturday.
every Saturday evenings. So the local youth, they come?
Yeah, so we have a mix. We have a mix of youth. Mostly it's Indian background.
Already?
Yeah,
Okay.
mostly it's Indian background. But we do have sometimes we have.
So boys, girls together or separate?
Together.
Together. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, but so we do them here in this class only.
This room, this is the room, okay.
This is our youth
Ah.
teaching center. Yeah, and
So it's a weekly class you took?
weekly classes, yes. Weekly classes. And
Right.
also like we have also conducted a few courses on the EPA as well for the general public as well here. So done that as well, like basics of Bhagavad Gita course.
Right.
Yeah, so we got all these kind of courses. And also the process of creating a few more.
Wow. So you like to do preaching and
That's why.
that's core of service, huh? Core service you have in there. Wow, that's great. What's your qualification, Prabhu?
So I studied at London School of Economics in UK, and then I was working towards chartered accountancy qualification. So then I left the corporate world and I moved back to Kenya just to help increase the congregation here.
Wow, that's good. Any favorite prashad?
Anything.
Anything, anything sweet, huh?
Anything sweet.
Good. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhu.
Alex, my name is Amit Krishna.
Ambit Krishna.
I'm born in Antwerp, Belgium.
Belgium. Oh, France.
I'm physically born and spiritually also. Because we have a preaching center since 76.
Yeah.
50 years.
Yes.
I joined there. I'm very grateful for the devotee there. But then, first I studied.
Belgium, we have one devotee. I don't know, you might know him. His name is Yaduvansha Prabhu.
Yeah.
You know him?
Yeah. It's from my same hometown.
Really? Yaduvansha.
Yeah, that's very sweet.
So he took the training from Mayapur actually.
Yeah.
Took the
it's
student
good
training.
to know.
Yes.
So I studied a master degree in psychology.
Oh, really?
And then, but later on I started business with cheese. And I earned good my money. But then Krishna knocked on my door when I was 28. And things happened in my life. So I gave away all my money. And 25 years I don't have any money.
Really?
And I became brahmachari. From 19 to 23, almost 25 years. I lived first in Bangladesh.
Yeah.
Beautiful community. And then I shifted to India for 20 years.
All right.
First 3 years I went to Padiyatra, Loka Maharaj.
Oh, yes.
For 3 years, 15,000
Right.
kilometers walking. And for 20 years I did book distribution on the streets. And then in Tirupati I lived 15 years. I trained in the brahmacharis. I was part of the management there. We built a big project.
Revati Raman Prabhu?
There is, dear, my dearest friends.
Wow.
GDC now. But very dear. And the vice president Ram, maybe you know him.
What's his name?
Ram from
Uh,
Vijayawada temple president. Very nice. They are very nice. And I did some Bhakti Vriksh in Vijayawada. And then I lived 5 years in Denmark also. I did Bhakti Vriksh there.
Denmark.
I had 2 groups there.
Oh, really?
All managers, doctors came to my Bhakti Vriksh. And
Wow.
shifted back to Andhra. And we have also a temple there, guiding the devotees and doing preachings, classes, seminars, and now also last 2 years I'm regularly here, take care of commercial family, African family, beautiful devotees. And
Lot of experience. When you came here? When did you came here?
2 years back
2 years back.
I made commercial family.
Good.
So I think, I want to make my personal congregation, but make the congregation strong.
Very strong.
Because we have many congregations, but how convinced? That's my, to make them deeply convinced. Of course, very nice to life. And that's how it's there, reaching out in farm communities.
Farm communities.
That's my interest, to help to build Krishna villages, because that's the future. My favorite prasad? Everything? Jalebi.
Jalebi. Hari. Good, good. Yes. Srikhand. Yes, bro, in the back. Prabhu.
Hey Krishna, my name is Harsh. So at the moment I'm studying business management in university. And been in this for some time now. Following everything. I love doing kirtans. I love kirtan. Recently the Sangha was appointed me as a Sankirtan leader. I really hope I can take this Prabhupada's mission forward.
That's your service. That's your service as a Sankirtan leader. Good. Good. Thanks. And your favorite prasad? Rasgulla. Wow. Good. Yes, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. My name is Rishit Shah. I've been in ISKCON for 2.5 years.
2.5 years.
And I studied in Manchester as a dentist. But I do not practice dentistry. I'm a businessman in Mombasa. And we do textile related business. My service to the temple is wherever I'm required, I'm available. I am the Food for Life Director for Mombasa ISKCON. And a jack of all trades, master of none.
No.
And favorite prasadam is so many things, but Rasmalai is my favorite.
Paneer. Good. Yes, Mother. Hare Krishna.
My name is Meeta Gandhi. I came Mombasa after my marriage here. My husband name is William Gandhi, and I did my diploma electronic engineering and degree electronic engineering in India.
Ahmedabad. Oh, it's Gujarat.
Gujarat. And then I got
Mostly devotees are Gujaratis.
Yeah, all good. Mombasa is 95% Gujarat.
95%, no?
Indian.
Indian religion. Huh?
Then I got 2 children, 1 boy and 1 girl, and all are now married and settled their own life. And after completing my household duties, I now actively participate in my spiritual life, and with the grace of God and grace of my own parents, I am doing this job, and with the grace of our chairman, I did some little service towards the temple.
What service?
I'm doing I did gardening,
Gardening.
cleaning and nurturing and looking after the garden.
Also she giving the class.
She's giving the class? Which class?
Bhagavad Gita.
Daily.
Not daily.
But sometimes.
I'm just listening first with our senior devotees. I understood the slope thoroughly, then I'm just trying.
The Sunday love feast also
Very
happens?
expert cook also.
Really?
Yes. Very making tasty food. All devotees are.
Today we are blessed to honor that prasad. Huh? Very nice. Good. And your favorite prasad is?
Everything.
Everything.
Prasad is all.
Okay. Good. Good. So, yes, in the back, Mataji? No.
Introduction. You introduce yourself.
I know her.
I'm
Oh, yeah.
Ashraya Das Prabhuji. I did my diploma in export import management and then the software engineering in the 1-year diploma. And then at last I did my BA. Now by profession I was a teacher.
Teacher, yeah. That's what requires a B.Ed is. B.Ed is required for
That's why I
teaching.
left all the degrees and then I
Yeah.
So after the marriage, I came here in December 2008. Since till I'm here. So I was dealing with before my service was ladies program was there, youth program, and children's program.
Oh, really?
And house program were there. So now I minimize my youth children. Now they are running the youth classes with Mataji son and my student before. So now they are handling the youth program. And now I'm dealing with the children program and the ladies program weekly. House program since Corona stopped, and sometime ago.
That is the model of Bhakti Vriksh you follow there? Model of Bhakti Vriksh?
Started.
No.
Health issues.
That is
I have
Vriksh.
some health issues. So, but then also I'm trying to do my best.
Good. Your favorite prasad?
Everything.
Everything.
Only I don't like much spicy and.
So we say that those who say everything, we say khichdi. Yeah, that means
No, spicy I don't go for the most spicy.
Right.
No, prasadam is okay. Yeah, khichdi is fine. But not particular like this foodies or yes, prasadam is very.
But favorite is paneer.
Favorite is paneer. Prabhu knows everyone.
Paneer is common like aloo, potato.
Not too much.
Paneer is like that.
In my case, nothing is too much. Nothing is moderate.
Good, good. Yes, Mataji, the back.
There is recording is going on.
Yeah, no problem.
No problem.
You know me very well since 17 years. So no problem.
I'm married. I'm a businesswoman. I'm still new.
Little louder.
Please allow us.
I'm new in the temple.
Where are you born?
Lamu.
Where is it?
Lamu is an island.
800
Easy to recognize. Beautiful land. No cars, only donkeys.
Tourist place.
Tourist. In Africa.
Oh, very- She has two very beautiful sons. And they, when I met them, we meet there interested in Krishna.
Yeah, but very nice.
What's your favorite prasad?
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
My name is Bhakti and I born and brought up in Ahmedabad.
Where? Ahmedabad.
Yes. And I have done BSc in maths. Also.
We have a temple there, Radha Govind temple. You know that?
Yes.
The temple president is Kalanath Chaitanya. You know him?
Yeah, he has been many times.
Really?
2-3 times.
Jai Tirth Charan Prabhu is also there. You know that? You know? Yes.
Okay, I have done BSc in maths and also I have degree in Indian classical dance.
Really?
Bharatanatyam.
Ah.
I came here 38 years ago. That time I was working in the school. Yeah, at schools I was 2 years I was working. Then जन्माष्टमी का आया प्रोग्राम तो मैंने फर्स्ट टाइम मुझे मालूम ही नहीं था कुछ तो मैंने कराया जन्माष्टमी का प्रोग्राम तब से मेरा एवरी ईयर
I celebrate.
35 years से मैं जन्माष्टमी का प्रोग्राम करा रही हूँ यहाँ सब और ये स्कूल्स में भी कराती थी और इवेंट ऑर्गेनाइज करती हूँ और प्रोग्राम्स कराती हूँ और अभी प्रभु जी ने बोला कि यहाँ रहने आ जाओ तब से इस्कॉन मंदिर में इन्वॉल्व हो गई हूँ ज़्यादा पहले मेरा इस्कॉन मंदिर में बहुत इन्वॉल्वमेंट था मगर मेरे फील्ड में था ज़्यादा मैं रिलीजियस पे इन्वॉल्व थी मैं ट्यूसडे को जो कीर्तन होता था इसमें जाती थी संडे का प्रोग्राम में जाती थी मगर ज़्यादा इन्वॉल्वमेंट था माता जी और प्रभु जी ने मुझे ज़्यादा इन्वॉल्व किया यहाँ रहने आ गए इसके बाद मुझे बहुत फ़ायदा मिला और मेरे बच्चे भी अभी बहुत बड़े हो गए सेटल हो गए बाहर है तो मैं ज़्यादा इन्वॉल्व हो गई तो मैं अभी यहाँ गार्लिन की सेवा करती हूँ और थोड़ा थोड़ा अभी प्रीचिंग का भी स्टार्ट किया है बट आई एम नॉट दैट गुड स्टिल बट आई एम ट्राइंग एंड अदर अभी आई वाज doing my beautician first, then catering and all art and craft and all this I was teaching in schools so many years.
Ah. Thank
She
you.
also making garlands
Yes, she's
without
everything.
fair. As Shiva is very much social but now she become spiritual.
Future.
That is a change that has come now.
Prabhuji, some people call it.
मेरा अभी भी कल भी मेरा एक प्रोग्राम है मगर मैं नहीं जाऊंगी
Whole Mombasa for the cultural program depending on Bhakti Vriksh. Whole Mombasa.
Really?
So, but now she's become spiritual, so now she
You organize events and everything?
everywhere. Without Bhakti Vriksh, nothing will go. Nothing will go in
Are
whole
you
Mombasa.
cultural events you organize?
Yes, I do cultural.
Like Kathak and everything. This is, she's a classical dancer. She.
Pre-wedding ceremony, cultural and other events and everything. I go also Kisumu and Nakuru, Eldoret for workshop. I used to go, but I stopped.
Good. Your favorite prasadam?
Yes, my I don't miss morning prasadam here. Salad is my best food. And I love Srikhand and
Srikhand. Right. Thank you so very much for your kind introduction. Actually, this introduction was very much required to understand.
We didn't hear from another.
He's the boss. They want to hear from you.
Okay. So I did the BSc in chemistry after just graduation, but I was not interested in education much. So then I was inclined to spiritual from childhood. So, but I got an opportunity to join ISKCON, so I joined 1995 ISKCON, and then just after joining, then I started book distribution, Sankirtan bus. After that, then when I was new Bhakta director in Mera Road, who I just take the training. Then after that, I started to fund collection and house program in Mera Road. And then Maharaj sent me here in 2000. So 1 year I was with Bhakti Prabhu. Then I was appointed as president in Mombasa. After that, just I'm trying to facilitate the facility to devotees and Krishna. Yes, but actually I'm not doing anything. Krishna is making me too comfortable here to be here. So I'm trying to do some service for Krishna.
You're servant of all the servants, huh? The servant of the servant. You're, huh?
So
that's your real
Sadam, from childhood I was very fond of eating. So I like prasadam, but I never negotiate with something which is not favorable to Krishna consciousness. I was not interested in right from beginning. Even regulative principle, I was very strict from beginning. So here it was favorable place for me, this Krishna consciousness moment. So, but I like prasadam, but since many years I like the prasadam, tasty prasadam, but I like boiled, steamed, roasted, but tasty. It has to be tasty. And sweet is very much. I like it. Without sweet, I cannot be very much. But still I
diabetes, yes.
I like sweet.
Which is your favorite?
Yeah?
All sweets. All sweets.
I don't like sweet.
He likes the most unique prasadam, things that you never heard of. वो सब्जियां जो कभी सुनी ना हो ना, वो प्रभु जी के पास आपको पूरा आइडिया मिलेगा।
Very nice. So I'm very grateful to all of you for kindly coming in this very morning and giving me a chance to speak something which is relevant to you in terms of preaching Krishna consciousness, in terms of how to induce Krishna consciousness in others, and how to make us humble servant of Krishna and his devotees. So I'm thankful to Anand Prabhu for giving us this chance. Me and Amal Hari Prabhu will be the facilitators for this course. This course is officially called the Bhakti Vriksh Leadership Training, and we have been doing this course from last almost like 16-17 years. We are doing this course, and almost in India, I mean, whether it's north, east, west, south, you take any name, maybe I know that person who is that, because in Ahmedabad also we did this training quite a few times. Many devotees are there, those who have already trained in this. And I'm being the part of the CDM as well, the Congregational Development Ministry, and also the part of Education Ministry of ISKCON. And also I'm a part of ISKCON Resolve. Have you heard of ISKCON Resolve? So I'm an executive member of ISKCON Resolve, Raj Vihari Prabhu. You know about him? Yeah. So, yeah. And also trying to be a humble servant of my Guru Maharaj, my spiritual master, Srila Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. He has kindly given me some engagements in service to Radha Madan Gopalji in ISKCON Bahadurgarh. It's in Haryana. And from there we are running many outpost centers, like 25 outpost centers currently we have. We started off in 2018 actually there, and by Maharaj's mercy even the COVID came. After that we started actually going out, reaching out to different places. Now we have almost like 25 places, and we have almost like 250 leaders with us. So so that's what we have learned actually from the very beginning in Punjabi Bagh. We were there in Delhi. So the mood of, as Prabhu was telling actually, in Delhi, Punjabi Bagh, the mood is there actually of preaching. Maharaj has given us this mood of the preaching Krishna consciousness through book distribution, through congregational preaching, through youth preaching, everything, you know. So each and every devotee, those who have taken some training in Punjabi Bagh or Delhi or east of Kailash or somewhere, so they have natural inclination to preach. Wherever they will go, they will not sit idle.
Very active.
So they are most likely, and the more, I mean, the core activity, I would say that beyond these, the temple management and all these things, the main core activity is all preaching only. So I used to travel a lot, so that's why I came here just for the request of for the devotees here, and although the marathon is on there, the Gita marathon, but still for the service of the devotees I am trying to serve in some capacity, I would say, and let's see at how we can facilitate you in a better way. Thank you very much for giving us this chance. Hare Krishna. So let's begin this course, and generally it takes 9 to 10 hours to facilitate this course, because it's a very detailed course and it covers everything, everything. We in and out about preaching Krishna consciousness. It covers everything about facilitation and children's preaching and the youth preaching and the college preaching and opening a new center even. Or if you have a new center, how to make it more vibrant so people would come here and relish the bliss of Krishna consciousness, everything. So, but generally it takes around 9 to 10 hours. So we have limited shortage of time because in the morning we are doing, and it's just for 1.5 hours. You can understand that how much we can cover. And for 3 days we are going in this, today, tomorrow and day after tomorrow, right? Till Saturday we are, no, Sunday. Till Sunday we are going to. On Sunday there's some slight change in the timings, maybe
No,
same timing.
Because we have another program.
Okay. So they have another. So okay.
Okay for everyone? Sunday morning? Yeah? You can ask. Everyone is
you
comfortable.
are
Not always
you are the boss.
Everyone is comfortable. Every Sunday morning at same time, 6:30.
Yeah.
From tomorrow 6:30.
So 6:30 to 8, that means,
Yeah,
huh?
Sunday we can go a little bit more
Yeah.
Right.
to complete the
Yeah, the whole
course.
course.
And if possible, Sunday we can have 2 sessions, if possible. That would be possible. If we can have some 1.5 hour more,
Yeah,
I mean, after some time, or like maybe in the afternoon, so because everybody have a holiday.
What we can do, 6:30 to 7:30, we'll do a course. After that, they can take a bit breakfast refreshment.
Wow.
After that, we'll continue
8
up
o'clock.
to 9:30.
Oh, that's good. That's perfect, I think. Whatever we get, we take it as a Mahaprasad.
Yeah, it's okay? It's okay?
People sleep after breakfast, I don't know.
No, we're not. That we'll make sure that you'll not sleep in the class. Definitely, it's a very interactive course, and we'll ask you many questions. If we see you that you're sleeping, then we'll raise you up. Then we'll make you dance and everything. No problem with that. Okay, let's begin it. So, what do you understand by the word preaching? I mean, we are doing a preaching, many preachers are there, you're doing from last many years, you're doing the preaching work. And maybe you're not done, but you have seen those who are preaching Krishna consciousness. So, what does the word, the meaning of this word that is called preaching? Yes.
To reach the public,
To reach to the public, okay.
to reach the person, to make a connections to that person, to be able to get rise and
Okay.
You're reaching out.
Reaching out, okay, or communicating with the people and reaching out. But I'm very much particular about preaching Krishna consciousness.
Yes, that is. So you said the word reach.
Because preaching means that any salesperson would say, I'm preaching also. So, but we are transcendental salesmen of giving this Krishna's knowledge to others. Bolo Krishna, Bhajo Krishna, Kaho Krishna Shiksha. And that is Krishna Shiksha we are trying to give to others, and we are trying to give the Krishna to others. That's what it means. So, yes, any other thoughts on that? Preaching means? Yes? Enlighten others. Okay?
Engaging each and everyone in service of
Okay, so engaging everyone, each and everyone in service of Krishna. Wow.
Yeah, over the years it has evolved. I think in the beginning for me it was a lot about book distribution, give people a book. But now after some time I see...
No, basically it's a type of preaching you're mentioning. But I'm talking about what's the meaning of a preaching.
Yeah. So I can say mainly to win the heart for Krishna.
Okay.
It's not just what I see is throwing the rules to somebody's head. I see this happening over the years. And then the congregation get... Western congregation different from Indian congregation.
I don't know.
Right?
I really don't know.
Western congregation, they sometimes feel overburdened by only hearing the rules and regulation.
Yeah.
The care for the heart, missing something. So caring, so winning the heart.
So preaching means caring for others.
It's a big art. Like for instance, how to catch the African people. It's an art.
It's art.
How to catch them and not just one ethnic group. And that's what I understand.
Yeah.
It is the knowledge to remove the ignorance
What?
from the heart of the other people.
Yes.
It is something useful. It is not like the material knowledge. It is enlightening the people in a real sense.
Wow. That's amazing thing that you should tell us. Yes, mother. She's talking Gujarati, yeah. Gujarati, na? English. She's confused now what to say. Prabhupada ke thoughts. Perfect. So preaching also means kirtanam, right? Kirtanam, because we have the 9 process of devotional service, starting with kirtanam, and kirtanam means glorifying Krishna. So preaching means glorifying Krishna. It's about telling someone about Krishna. It's about Kirtanam. And also, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says that this is the only activity of a devotee, to always glorify Krishna with all his life. Vandana ganetav vajuk jivanam. There's a particular verse is there. Vandana ganetav va. Let my whole life be chanting the holy names of Krishna or glorifying Krishna. The whole life. That is a devotee's life, about glorifying Krishna and hearing about Krishna. That is what the preaching means. And that's what Prabhupada says here. Can somebody read?
This preaching means kirtan, not that simply with mridanga we can have musical kirtan. No, preaching is also kirtan. Abhavad Vaisakhi Kirtane. Vaisakhi the son of Vyasadeva, Sukadeva Goswami. He simply described Srimad Bhagavatam and became perfect.
Abhavad Vyasaki Kirtane Vishnu Shavane Parikshit.
Parikshit Maharaj simply listened. He became perfect. And Sukadeva Goswami simply described. That is also Kirtan. So this is also Kirtan. And Prabodhananda Saraswati teaching us,
He sadhavaha sakalam eva vihaya durada chaitanya chandra charane kuruta. So here's the example you can see here about the Acharya for Kirtanam. So Acharya for Kirtanam is Shukadeva Goswami, and the Acharya for the listening, that is Shravanam, is the Parikshit Maharaj. And also he become perfect. So any activity you just pick it up, whether it's Shravanam or Kirtanam or Smaranam, it makes you perfect in Krishna consciousness. It makes your life perfect. And for preaching Krishna consciousness, it's the only, the relishment to the heart, so that I can give Krishna to others. Preaching means giving Krishna to others. Maybe you don't have Krishna in your heart, but the Acharyas have. The Prabhupada has Krishna with him. So you are just repeating the words of Prabhupada and giving it to others. That's what it means of giving Krishna to others. Preaching means you are giving Krishna to others. People don't know about Krishna and you are just telling them about who is Krishna. Why I am so much attracted towards Krishna. So that is called preaching. And let's see, Prabhupada again, continuation. In the continuation, Prabhupada is saying about He Sadhava Sakalam Eva Vihaya Chaitanya Chandra Charane Kurutanu Ragam. Okay? So this is the meaning of that. Yes, Prabhuji.
Somebody else also can read it.
You are sadhu, best person, nobody. And this is my request. This is humbleness. If you say, oh, you are a karmi, you are a Buddha, actually he is a Buddha. But don't. In the beginning, if you say, then there will be no opportunity to speak. He is a Buddha, not that there is no working like house and dogs day and night for sense gratification. Certainly he is a Buddha, karmi.
So lecture on Srimad Bhagavatam 5.5.30, Vrindavan, November 17, 1976.
Prabhupada, he says the same thing
In Nairobi?
in Nairobi on a morning walk. In a morning walk, he says the same thing about, and he quotes again Prabodhananda Saraswati Thakur, and he says that if you the way to preach is be very humble. And
be very humble.
Tell them you are very great, then only
Yes.
you will be able to take advantage to listen.
That is a focal point here. of preaching Krishna consciousness. Prabhupada is teaching us the way of preaching. If you say in the beginning that you are Mura, you are doing sense gratification, you are wasting your time working like hawks and dogs, then there will be no opportunity to preach. And that's what Prabhupada is mentioning about Prabodhana Saraswati Thakur. Hey sadhuva, you are a sadhu, you are a generous person, you are a very noble person. Best person. But please listen to my request. My request to you that please hear me about Krishna. Right? So, on this point, let us more consider of what is the need of preaching. We just discussed about the preaching. What is preaching? Let's consider or think about what's the need of the preaching. Probably, can you give my book to everyone here? This I have just written this book. It is called Bhuri Dajana. Have you seen that book? It's in English and Hindi, whatever you need. So.
No, can you give English?
You must have heard about Gopi Geet, huh? So the phrase is there, the Bhuri Dajana. No? Tava kathamritam tapta jivanam. And Bhuri Dajana. In the end, it is come like Bhuri Dajana. So this is the ultimate companion for preaching. If you want to preach, so it has all the context of preaching. So can you give me one book? So we'll go to, you can keep this and you can go to page number 15. The divine call and the spiritual hunger. Okay? So, maybe someone can read from the second paragraph.
Second paragraph.
Second paragraph.
The need, can I read?
Yes, please.
The need for preaching is multidimensional. Firstly, it pleases Guru and Krishna. Preaching is a way to please our spiritual master, Guru, and Krishna himself. By sharing the message of Krishna consciousness, we demonstrate our commitment to our Guru's instruction and Krishna's desire. This is evident in the Bhagavad Gita, where Lord Krishna says, one who preaches my message to others, I consider him to be my dearest devotee. Bhagavad Gita 18.63.
So the first point is that why should we preach? Because it pleases Guru and Krishna. So that's what Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita also. One who gives this knowledge to others, that person is very dear to me. The most dear. Nobody has ever become and nobody will become more dearer to me than a person who preaches this message to others. So it becomes very much essential to understand why we are practicing Krishna consciousness. We are trying to please Krishna. And how Krishna become very much pleased? Through this preaching activity. So that's why our whole life should be, based on preaching Krishna consciousness. And that's why Prabhupada said that management should follow the preaching. The management should follow the preaching. The preaching is the core activity of Krishna consciousness movement. Okay. Second.
First, what is this multi-dimensional? You can explain.
It will be explained in the, because the need basically is it's multi-dimensional. You can see from the different angles.
Which angle?
Why? You can see the second, third, fourth, the why is it needed, the preaching activities. The one point where we have discussed about it pleases Krishna and Guru, and we see the other dimensions also. Yes, another? Yes, Mother, you can. Yes, second.
Secondly, preaching helps to purify our heart. Preaching helps to purify our heart from a self-centered life to selfless life, realigning our spiritual consciousness. As we focus on glorifying Krishna and serving others, our attachment to material possessions and desire begins to wane, and our love for Krishna and his devotees grows. This is natural consequences of preaching, as it helps us to shift our focus from our own interest to the interest of others, and ultimately to the interest of Krishna.
Yes. So second point mentions about it's a selfless service, from self-interest to selfless, and it purifies our heart also, because one is on a self-centered life, living a self-centered life. It's a very dissatisfied by doing so. But serving Krishna and serving the message of Krishna to others, giving the message of Krishna to others, it purifies our heart. How does it purify our hearts? Because our false ego get bursted. We become humbled. Because most of the people would not listen to us, right? Most of the people don't care for our chanting and dancing. Maybe we are in temple, so we are very much fortunate. But when we go out, how many people would listen to us? If we try to distribute the Bhagavad Gita, I mean, there are some restrictions also. We can't distribute like that. But if you go, whether in any part of the world, but mostly people would say that, oh, we don't want this. Don't bother us. Don't disturb us. Don't fool us, like that. They give us bad names and doing so. So it just purify our heart. So we may become a very big manager, preacher, temple president and everything. But when you are preaching Krishna consciousness, we become more humbled. That we are just an instrument in the hands of our spiritual master, or Krishna. That's what we do. Okay, let's go to the third one. Anyone?
Thirdly,
Mother,
you can continue. You can continue. Yeah, you can continue.
Thirdly, preaching is the essence of the Gaudiya Vaishnava tradition. Preaching is an integral part of the Gaudiya Vaishnava tradition, which emphasizes the importance of sharing the message of Krishna consciousness with others. By preaching, we follow the footsteps of a great devotees like Nityanand Muni, who spread the message of Krishna consciousness throughout the entire universe. The Gaudiya Vaishnava tradition is formed on one of the essential principles of preaching in the essence, and it is through preaching that we can fulfill our duty as a devotees and bring us closer to Krishna.
So the third point is about, that is the Gaudiya Vaishnavism. That's what Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur says, that pran ache se hetu prachara. Pran ache. If you have a life, then you must preach. A dead man cannot preach. If you have a life, then you must preach. That's the Gaudiya Vaishnava tradition. If you say that we are part of this, the Gaudiya Vaishnavism, that's a movement which started by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Gaudiya Vaishnavism. So you must preach. That's our tradition. We must follow in the footsteps of our acharyas, Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur, Srila Prabhupada, and our spiritual masters. What they are doing? They are not sitting idly. They are not sitting in Vrindavan. They are not sitting in, doing bhajan. But their only bhajan is spreading Krishna consciousness to others. Okay, the next, yes? Yes, Madhu.
In addition to these reasons, preaching also helps to strengthen our own faith and devotion to Krishna. As we share a message of Krishna consciousness with the others, we are reminded of importance of our own spiritual practice and the need to deepen our relationship with Krishna. Preaching also helps us to create a sense of community and camaraderie among devotees as we work together to spread the message of Krishna consciousness and support one another in our spiritual journey.
Yeah. So, how does it strengthen our faith and devotion? Because when we preach Krishna consciousness to others, with others, so we have to go through with all the books and everything, isn't it? You have to think twice. I mean, sitting there is okay, but sitting here, when you are speaking, that means you have gone through with the many texts, you have gone through with the syllabus, you have gone through the Prabhupada books. Huh? So you are becoming more Krishna conscious. That's what it means. When you are preaching Krishna consciousness, you are becoming more Krishna conscious. That's why those who speak, those who preach, they have to hear or read, they have to analyze, they have to take that in, understand it, and then they have to give it to others. And that is called the realized knowledge, which is you're giving to others. Not just a theoretical knowledge what you are getting from the books, but you are understanding it deeply and then you are giving it to others. That is called preaching. Understanding, realizing it, and then giving it to others. And that's why it's a most blissful activity, because it makes us more Krishna conscious. It makes us more Krishna conscious. Because we have to think twice, 5 times, 10 times before speaking anything, before giving this Krishna consciousness to others. Am I right or not? Right? Okay. So now, on this point, Amalai Prabhu will come and will form the basis of this course, and we'll discuss about the foundational quality. Right, Prabhu?
Yes.
Okay.
Welcome everyone. Please accept my humble obeisances. So, what do you think would be the foundation quality of a preacher? Just any thoughts?
We must obey the regulating principles which is given in the Shastra.
Okay.
So like Prabhupada saying, preaching is the essence, but before that purity is the force.
Purity is the force.
So without purity you cannot force to anyone to be Krishna consciousness.
What comes in my mind is Titikshasva Karulika. He has to be very tolerant and very compassionate. Without compassion, you
Without
cannot
compassion.
preach.
Very nice. Yes.
A preacher needs to be also a good listener.
Sorry?
A preacher also needs to be a good listener.
Listen.
Good listener. Okay. Yeah. Absolutely. So, we will look at this shloka. It's coming from Srimad Bhagavatam, 1st canto, 6th chapter, 23 verse. So, this is the conversation that is happening between Narad Muni and Vyasadeva. Okay? So, Vyasadeva is actually inquiring from Narad Muni that can you tell us something about your previous life, past life, right? How you became Narad Muni? What when your mother passed away, what happened to you? What all did you do? So this is what Narad Muni explains further, right? Om Namo Devasaya. Sat Sevya Devyapi Jata Mai Tridhamati Hitvatyam Imam Lokam Kantamaj Asi. Can somebody read
By service of the absolute truth, Even for a few days, the devotee attains firm and fixed intelligence in me. Consequently, he goes on to become my associate in the transcendental world after giving up the present deplorable material worlds. Purport. Serving the absolute truth means rendering service unto the absolute personality of God under the direction of the bona fide spiritual master, who is a transparent medium between the Lord and the neophyte. The neophyte has no ability to approach the absolute personality of God by the strength of his present imperfect material senses. Therefore, under the direction of the spiritual master, he is trained in transcendental service of the Lord, and by such training, for some days, the neophyte devotee gets intelligence in such transcendental service.
Thank you so much for that. So, you see, a very key aspect being explained over here is that he is trained in transcendental service, right? Training. Right? He is trained in, and that's what we are even doing right now. We are training each other, right? We are training each other. There are a lot of things to learn. So, one of the qualification is that the person should be inquisitive enough to learn. Right? Learning is always needed, irrespective of whatever position we are having. So, learning is always needed for us to serve further. Right? We also understand from the shloka, right? Tadvidi pranipadena pariprashne seveya, right? So how does the person learn? By serving the spiritual master, right? That's, and when can a person serve a spiritual master, or when can someone serve? What is the core ingredient?
Submissive mood, humble state of mind.
Yes, humility is the. So the core ingredient is humility. Prabhuji, what you said is also right in terms of tolerance, in terms of being compassionate. Those are additional qualities. The core quality is humility. Right? Once a person is humble enough, then only he will be able to serve, right? Let's say you are my master, right? I am very arrogant to you. You are asking for prasadam, I just throw away the plate to you. Would you like that service? It has to come as a humility, right? I am trying to serve you very gently, so that the core ingredient of this recipe, the salt of preaching, is humility. While what Prabhuji said in terms of compassionate or tolerance are the additional masala type ingredients. You'll also find this in the same book, like if you open chapter 2. So if you look at paragraph number 1, 2, 3.
You can see the page number, no?
Yeah. The second, the third, and the fourth, right? You're talking about patience, humility, and tolerance. So, what we can understand is that we have to be humble enough to understand that we are servant. We are not
Master.
Masters, right? We are servant. We are trying to serve in some form or the other. When we become humble, we get this understanding that we are servant of Krishna and his devotees, and we are trying to take this message further, the same Krishna conscious message for the welfare of others. That is where we call it as preaching. That's what is even explained over here, right? That how he gains the knowledge, how he gets trained. He gets trained because he is serving with utility. Right? That's where he is getting trained. And once he is getting trained, then he can gain all the qualities required. You have heard about Narada Muni's numerous stories, right? How he inspired Mrighari, right? He was a deadly hunter. He used to half kill the animals. So cruel, right? And just with one instruction, the heart got transformed. Complete transformation. You hear about Daksha's numerous sons becoming devotees by just the glimpse of Narada Muni. That is what brings. Narada Muni tells this, that I was able to serve certain saints, right? With humility. Everywhere he pointed with humility. I was able to serve the saints. I was not interested in mundane objects, mundane activities. That inspired me. Right?
So take the expectations from the devotees. Expectations.
So, with this, coming to the next step, what are your expectations out of this course? Like, what do you think you want to achieve towards the end of this course? What do you think the subject is, and what is that you wanted to learn in the journey of what we are discussing in these 3 days? Yes.
Through this journey, you would like to be an expert, to engage each and everyone to remove their suffering, mitigate their problems, or engaging them in Krishna consciousness.
So, becoming an expert in how to what to teach.
Okay, I forgot. You need.
Oh, sorry. Okay. So, Prabhuji has said, like, being an expert is the expectation from Prabhuji. From you, Prabhuji, anything? What are the takeaways? What do you think? What you want to achieve by end of this session?
To get knowledge so that we can explain to others,
Okay.
especially family and friends.
Okay. Okay. Yes, Prabhuji.
How to do greater purificatory work within oneself.
How to do?
Greater purification work within oneself to be able to even undertake this.
How to do?
Purify oneself.
Purify ourselves so that we can take that same message. Okay. From you.
To learn more systematic how to cultivate our own image and new people on the basis of these 3: contact, cultivation, and care.
Okay. So, how to systematically take? Yes. Okay. Thank you. Yes, Mataji.
By this, of course, I want to achieve the art which I was not doing before, so that I can engage more and more people in the society with Krishna consciousness in a better way.
Okay. But somewhere it is still aligned to one, but yes, we'll take that also as a point. Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
This preaching process, firstly glorifying ourselves first of all, and then it is able to convince others about this knowledge where they are very ignorant, and by convincing them we can move their people more about this Krishna consciousness, and that helps also their purification also.
Okay. So, about purification, okay. We have confidence, or okay. Yes, Prabhuji.
to make myself stronger, to arm myself with the right preaching weapons, to reach out and eventually increase our congregation.
So that's again systematic preaching. Okay.
Okay, how to do techniques.
Techniques.
Yeah, that's like how you can approach someone, you can preach to them.
Brilliant. Techniques of preaching. Okay. Yes, Mataji.
प्रभु जी ने मुझे पहले बात बोला preaching करने के लिए शुरू में, तो मैंने बोला कि मैं भी कुछ नियम है वो भी मैं फॉलो नहीं कर रही हूँ, तो मैं कैसे करूँगी? मैं किसी को बताऊँ उसके पहले मेरे में वो गुण होना चाहिए।
Qualification.
तो मैंने कोशिश किया कि चलो मैं चेंज हो जाऊँ, तो उससे मुझे बहुत बेनिफिट्स मिलता है कि मेरे में पहले लागू हो वो गुण, वो मैं बताती हूँ, और उससे मुझे वो भी करना है कि जो जिसको मैं प्रीच करूँ वो एक बार नहीं बार फिर कंटिन्यू आए, ऐसा मैं कर सकूँ।
Okay. Fair enough. Okay. Yes, Prabhu.
I want to be able to purify my heart so that I'm hearing about Krishna consciousness. Let's say like learning the scriptures will be about self-realization, and hearing about Krishna will become love for Krishna himself.
Okay. So, okay. Yes, Mataji. Okay, no problem. Okay. So now we'll understand about. It is good points in terms of the different expectations that you had expressed. All of these contents is something that we are gonna cover as part of this session, right? The qualities of a preacher, how a preaching has to be done, right? What are the basic steps, how to take from the very starting to a stage where he is more advanced, how to cultivate the devotees. So there are a lot of aspects, and all of those aspects, like as you said, becoming expert in how to become expert in Krishna consciousness, how to gain knowledge in order to explain further, right? First we have to listen. That's a quality of preacher. Systematic preaching, very important point. We will be covering this in very much detail. Cultivation care, techniques of preaching, the different types, techniques of preaching, and obviously the confidence. Like when we are saying that we would be preaching, first we have to build that confidence in ourselves also, right? Right? There are two aspects of false ego, right? One is obviously the false ego itself, but also feeling that I am not qualified is a representation of lower false ego, right? This is explained by many of our senior leaders as well, that when we are saying that we are not qualified, or eventually when we are meditating on that we are not qualified, if we are saying that we are not qualified, it's again a good thing, but contemplating on it regularly that I am not qualified, because obviously we all know that we are not qualified, but it is by the grace of our Guru that we become qualified, right? It is by the grace of his instruction that we become qualified, right? So eventually when we, even if he is instructing and we are still saying that we are not qualified, is a representation of lower false ego.
Okay, so Prabhu discussed about the very important aspect of humility. You know, this humility is a behavior as well as the virtue, the quality as well. You will find that the humble person, the characteristics of a humble person, is always in the mood of service, not taking service from others, So glorifying others but not listening to the criticism of others. Some of the characteristics are there. Huh? But what does we mean by the word humility? Humility means to understand one's identity in relation with Krishna. To understand that how insignificant we are in relation to Krishna. So there are two things are there. One thing is false ego that Prabhu was just explaining. And another thing is the opposite of that is the humility. One is called the false ego and the other is called the humility. To relate oneself with a matter or jad padartha, matter, it's called the false ego. And to relate oneself with the Supreme Person, Absolute Truth, that is called the true humility. And a devotee is not just a servant of Krishna, is a servant of the servant of Krishna. And that is the ultimate point of realization in Krishna consciousness. To understand, I am just a tiny particle of the servant of Krishna. In that state of mind, we can be truly happy. Last night we were discussing about search for happiness. But we can't tell people you have to become servant of. They will go out, I will not become a servant. We are here to become boss. Why you are telling us to become servant of? Well, actually, the true position of a devotee is that Gopir Bhartu Pad Kamale or Das Dasan Dasa. That is the true position of humility. To become the servant of Krishna. And to understand this position and to realize it, that requires some training also. That also requires humility. To understand and to take the training. We will discuss about these aspects of the qualities of a preacher. In order to become a preacher, we require some sort of training. Or a manager, or a devotee, not preacher, not manager, even a devotee. So that requires some training. And that's why we are all here. Just trying to understand the mood and mission of Srila Prabhupada and his beloved followers. So on this point, so let's be focused on the synopsis of this course, what you're going to cover in the whole course. So first we'll discuss about the techniques, like there are different types of preaching we do. Okay. Then second we'll discuss about the principles of preaching, the different principles of preaching. Then we'll discuss about the systematic preaching model, how to systematically preach this message of Krishna consciousness. Then we'll discuss about the basic qualification of a preacher. And then we'll try to demonstrate the how to give systematic knowledge to others. How to give. Some demonstration is also there. Okay. So this is all about the synopsis, what we are going to cover. Beyond this, what are the expectations you just mentioned. Okay. So now I would like you to please write down some of the ways of preaching or the types of preaching we do in ISKCON. Just like we do food for life, like Prashadam distribution. Just like we do Harinam Sankirtan. What else we do? Just write it down, some of the ways. There can be n number of ways, 50, 60 ways are there. But you can just write it down. What are the different ways we have? And you may also require to, because for future reference also you can just write it down. What are the different ways we preach? So prasadam distribution, you can write in Food for Life, FFL.
Make the environment comfortable to accept our speech.
But what is the type of preaching? That is like a environment. What's type? And that is covered.
Rath Yatra.
Okay, Rath Yatra, Nagar Sankirtan. And please don't mention about by achar or by behavior one speech, because that is common for every type of preaching. Book distribution.
Bhagavad Gita lectures.
Okay, Gita class.
By celebrating the Janmashtami, Ram Navami,
Festival celebration.
and glorifying them very
Festival celebration. What else? There are n number of ways you can preach.
Seminars,
House programs, seminars. What kind of seminars, Prabhuji?
other courses of the Gita and Bhagavad seminars.
Okay, like 7 session, just like we're doing that. 7 session courses or some courses are there.
Now,
Seminar and house program are a little different, Prabhuji.
Separate?
These are separate, yeah. Naam Hatta.
Student reach out and
Who said Naam Hatta? Okay, Naam Hatta programs. What does it mean by Naam Hatta?
so you invite people to your house, and slightly different from house program. You talk about something that you did in Prakara. It's like low dose,
Slow dose.
slow dose.
Okay. Low or slow, huh?
Both.
Both are there, low and slow.
or any good or bad occasion
Book club,
giving them the like show कोई मर गए किसी भी घर तो जा रहे उसको समझा रहे कुछ कीर्तन कर रहे
Or maybe, now that is more advantageous where somebody is hesitant to come to the temple. So it's a subtle introduction.
So it's kind of a house program, isn't it? It's a kind of a house program where you go explain about Krishna. Like Damodar month is there, so you go out and bring some Damodar programs in the outside. Standing outside doing Damodar program.
college preaching
College preaching. Youth programs, you said about youth programs, yeah. College
creating a
preaching.
book club,
Creating a good book club. Book club means what?
calling the people to sharing the teachings of Prabhupada.
That's called book reading clubs.
online. They can stay at home.
Social media. So social media we preach.
I think it's very important social media because everybody is always on their phone. So I'm doing that a lot.
Really?
So 20 groups and I'm sending around daily.
20 groups you have. Okay.
Yeah.
WhatsApp groups you have.
Yes. Because everybody is on their phone, that's their life.
Social media. Through social media we preach actually. Kirtan Mela. Good. It's also covered in festivals or
retreats
retreats. Okay. Okay, that's good. Retreats. Retreats.
And Prabhupada said we will attract the people practical. Krishna village is today extremely
Okay. Farmhouse, Krishna village.
people see the practical application.
All right.
in culture.
What about Sunday Love Feast?
Yes.
Do we have Sunday Love Feast here?
Saturday, we do Saturday.
Saturday evening?
Saturday. In town.
Oh, so you have 2 Love Feast programs. Sunday we are in town.
Yeah, Saturday.
Saturday here. Wow. How many people come Saturday?
Yeah.
Saturday, how many people come?
Almost 100
100 people.
approximately.
So tomorrow there will be Saturday Love Feast program also. What time is there? 6:30.
Yeah, 6:30.
So then there will be like what we are doing. They will join us in that room. And so on Sunday also you are going in the town and doing this.
No, I don't go, they do sometimes I go.
Okay.
They have their own team.
Who?
There is a devotee,
Okay.
another devotee.
They are associated with this temple.
Local devotee.
Okay.
I mean, Indian are there.
You can also host debates.
Events. Debates, you're saying that.
Debates, because like, or like
Yeah.
collective-
Debates, quiz contests. So many ways are there. Yes, Manju.
My view, yeah,
Cultural events.
कथक डांस में कथक का मीनिंग है कथाकार।
Kathakar.
कथक का मीनिंग कथाकार। तो मेरा बहुत टाइम से तक मन है कि भगवद गीता का एक एक श्लोक लेके मेरे स्टूडेंट्स को मैं ट्रेन करूँ, तो उसका मीनिंग है वो हिसाब से वो डांस करें, सबको समझाए कि डांस में जो मुद्रा है।
आप ही करिए उसको. You have to make it. आपको एक कोर्स. You have to make a course on this, हाँ? आप एक कोर्स. You are the founder of this. Nobody have done even like it will become very famous all over the ISKCON.
उसका मीनिंग के हिसाब से मुद्रा और फेस एक्सप्रेशन से उसका डांस ट्रेन करें, डांस फॉर्म में.
You can create this.
Composition, huh? Composition. It's a composition. Very nice. Very attractive way, you know. It's very attractive for the people.
यूट्यूब पे कैसे रहते हैं सबको डांस देखने से ज़्यादा मजा आएगा कि चलो अभी क्या मीनिंग है उसका पता चलेगा.
By each and every step you are depicting the teachings of Krishna.
Facial expression and mudras.
Then scientific preaching.
What does it mean in scientific?
Science and spirituality, like Bhakti
Okay.
Vedanta.
BRC. You're saying about Bhakti Vedanta Research Center.
Institute.
More like synchronizing modern research and backing it up with Vedic findings or Vedic scripture knowledge. So it's more effective.
Yeah. So spirituality and science, basically. Science and spirituality.
Wouldn't that come in debates?
It does kind of come.
No, it's a different.
The Vedic is general, but science is...
Science and spirituality, you can say.
Because everybody is into science.
Science and spirituality.
I mean, it would still come under the seven.
And what about the jail preaching? The prison preaching. The prison preaching?
They do it in Nakuru.
They go there?
This one Mataji.
No, we were also doing here, we were distributing the food with jail.
Yes.
Yes, before, long time ago.
And what about the orphanage preaching and the old age homes? We were discussing last night only.
We can preach them through the food for life activity.
Even we can do many more things also. It's just not about the food for life, but we can also preach there.
Yes,
We can hold seminars there. We can do some motivational things there. That is also possible. Yes, that can be. I mean, it's an applied model. People do like that. And what about the children's preaching? The youth preaching is already covered. The children's preaching. We do have children's preaching, isn't it? And
Cooking classes.
the cooking classes. Wow.
In the West,
The cooking classes, the music classes, the dance kathak classes. Sattvic food. Yes, Prabhu, please.
In post is this event which is held, the art exhibition, where they showcase the picture of Krishna.
What is that?
Arts exhibition.
So there was
Art exhibition.
Art exhibition.
There was
Okay.
art exhibition based on the
Yeah, I can understand. Yeah, that's good.
on the philosophy of
Yes. What about the Bhagavad Saptah we do?
We do, yes.
Katha.
We have Katha. in the
Katha.
village.
What about Damodar outreach programs?
What's the outreach?
yeah, they go door to door with Mataji.
When you go door to door, putting a table in the market, everywhere you're just letting people to just offer the lamb to Lord Damodar. It just finished now. 1 month, everybody was like very much all over the world. Having
Rangoli competition based on the
Same
Rangoli
culture,
competition.
cultural.
the culture.
प्रभात पे
That's all Sankirtan. Sankirtan. Also, it's called Bhakti Vaibhav, Bhakti Shastri. We could teach the courses there. Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vaibhav. And also the Bhakti Vriksha. Through Bhakti Vriksha, we also preach. Okay. So now, thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you. Anybody can take picture of this and just post it in the group. Yeah, please. Done? Taking the picture? And that's why we need that chart paper, no? So that would be easy that we can remove that and paste it here or something. Shall I remove that? Now please, very important to understand, just in 10 minutes I'm going to describe, it take more time, but let's try to understand the basic concept. We just analyzed about the different types of preaching. Now we're going to look on to two ways of preaching. The two ways of preaching. And this is called one-time program and cultivation. Very important to understand. If you want to learn about preaching, if you don't know about this concept, you're doing a big mistake. Serious mistake you're doing. You don't know that how to preach actually. If you don't know about these two basic concepts. So one-time preaching means you're connecting people. It is there in the book as well. It is there. One-time preaching means you're connecting people for the first time, or maybe it's the second time or something, but it's not a regular. People are coming and going. Festival many people are coming. But the next day we are there just to wash the plates. Right? Whether it's Harinam Sankirtan, Food for Life, Rath Yatra, anything. These are all the categories of the one-time program, where the basic concept is to connect people. And it is helpful for the goodwill of ISKCON. Isn't it? When we distribute prasadam, it creates the goodwill of ISKCON. Wow, ISKCON is doing so much for society. We're taking the classes, the youth classes, so that they can be de-addicted from intoxication, from the drugs. Isn't it? So it creates the goodwill of ISKCON. We do big programs for them, for society. We do the jail, prison preaching and all this preaching we do. So it creates the environment. Goodwill means it creates the environment for preaching. It creates the environment. And also, you are distributing, that's called Bhakti Sukriti. Bhakti Sukriti means that you are making them step in to the Bhakti process. By distributing the flyers, by spreading the message through social media, by distributing prasadam just outside our temple. That is called Bhakti Sukriti. It's called a beginning in Krishna consciousness. And the cultivation means to make people Krishna conscious. And that requires a regular follow-up and cultivation to do so. Without cultivation, nobody can become a devotee. Without cultivation. The process of cultivation is Shravanam and Kirtanam. The process of cultivation, we can't make people devotee. It is only through the process of Shravanam and Kirtanam. We are just the facilitators to that. We are just a facilitator to cultivation. But the cultivation model or cultivation process that happens only through Shravanam and Kirtanam. We are just facilitators. This temple is to facilitate the people to come and perform Shravanam and Kirtanam. Right? In all our activities, we do Shravanam and Kirtanam. And that is the only process of cultivation. Sometimes we wonder that so many people come and they go away. Even if they come for a few years, 2 years, 10 years, 20 years, then also they left. Why is it so? Why does it happen? They know the process, they understood the science of Krishna consciousness, they relish it even. But still, they go away. The reason is, the Srila Rupa Goswami says in the Nectar of Instruction. How many of you have read Nectar of Instruction? So you must be familiar with the verse 7. No, I don't think so. Till 4 we are okay. But after that, in the 7th verse, Srila Rupa Goswami says, Syat Krishnam Charitati Sitapt Avidya. The root cause of persons going away from Krishna consciousness, and that is called avidya. You have to understand this point. Very basic concept, but very relevant. Avidya. Avidya is the root cause. Avidya. And what does it mean by avidya? To understand oneself as a matter or a body and to enjoy that body. That is called avidya. That's why Brahmaji created 5 kinds of avidya. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, the 3rd canto only, you must have referred to that. 5 kinds of avidya Brahmaji has created. And he was really disturbed what I've created. Because people's desire are there to enjoy matter. That's why he created that avidya. And that's why Sri Rupa Goswami says, Syat Krishnam Charitati Stapt Avidya. This is all relishable, isn't it? Krishna's name, form, qualities, everything is so relishable. There's nothing beyond it. No other enjoyment is there beyond. But why? The people are, because they have a disease. And that disease is called avidya. And Sri Rupa Goswami compared that disease with what? What? Remember something?
Forgetfulness of our own.
No. It's comparing. Jaundice, yes. That disease is called jaundice. If somebody is afflicted by this disease called jaundice, he would not relish the sweet, the taste. His taste is gone. But how his taste should come? With the same eating, gradually the taste should come. Syat Krishnam Charita Sitapta. Sitapta means jaundice. A jaundice of avidya. And that's why Sri Rupa Goswami says in the 2nd line, Na rochi kama. They don't have taste. Then how this taste will come? How this taste will come? He says about 2 things. Please write it down, these 2 things. In the third line he mentions about it. And he says that is Adarat and Anudinam. Adarat, let me write it down here. That is called Adarat and Anudinam. Adarat means carefully. Rupa Goswami says Adarat means carefully. You have to be very careful. Of two things. One is sense gratification, and second thing is aparadha, the offenses towards the devotees or Vaishnavas. If you do the Vaishnava aparadha, then definitely your avidya will more increase. The inclination to satisfy the senses will more increase if you do the Vaishnava aparadha. That's why the first thing Rupa Goswami says, that is Adarat. And second thing is says, very important, that is Anudinam. Anudinam means, Anu means the following the previous acharyas. And Dinam means regularly, constantly. So the process of cultivation means you have to regularly perform this Shravanam and Kirtanam. So cultivation happens regularly, not once a week or 15 days a week, 15 days a month, fortnightly. No, every day. Sri Rupa Goswami says 24 hours. And that's what Prabhupada says, that they are the materialistic people, they are like Muda. I know the time is up. So I will take two more minutes just to explain this concept. So Prabhupada said that they are Muda, they are working like hawks and dogs just for sense gratification. And they are not even getting the real happiness, isn't it? But the material energy or the Maya, which is called Maya, Devi hi esha gunamai mama Maya. So Maya means, which is taking us away from Krishna. Okay? But this Maya or material energy, she is also a very wonderful cultivator. She has a cultivation program, you know. Just like we have a cultivation program, she also has a cultivation program. Huh? Pull you away. She's always ready. 24 hours she has, 365 days, she has a cultivation program. You step out of this temple, you forgot everything.
She's ready.
She's ready. She's very nice. But the devotees as the preachers, preaching means taking the person, write it down, taking the devotee, the person from avidya to vidya. That is the process of cultivation. And that requires a compassionate heart. When you see the suffering of the people, when you see that how they are ruining their lives and the karmic reactions, so you feel the suffering in your heart and you want to make them Krishna conscious. Okay? And that is the process of cultivation. And that's why it's a combat fight between the material energy and the spiritual energy, and that spiritual energy is called the devotee or a preacher, who always try to induce people to come to Krishna consciousness. He never leave the devotee, the person who has already came and trying to hear, and then is trying to go away. No, we don't want to leave you. So if we leave you, then Maya will definitely, even if the person blocked our numbers. Sometimes it happened, Prabhuji. Sometimes people block our number. Then we send someone else that you go to this house. His close friend or this way or that way. Because we understand the position through which they are undergoing. They are in deep, darkest ignorance of their existence. And that is called avidya. And because of that, we are not relishing the prasadam. Prasadam we relish. But the deity is the holy name, the everything we have. The best process. Prabhupada says we have a best process. Best Shravana, best Kirtana, best everything. But that requires a systematic way to cultivate people. The process we have, but how to give them systematically. So that's why we say Because people are too much engrossed in material energy or materialistic concept of life. So it requires a small doses. Yes, small doses. है Slow or low. Low doses. Low doses. Huh? From chanting one round. Give us 10 minutes only daily basis. And then gradually we have to take them to 4 hours to 5 hours every day. Gradually. And then you will see that, okay, now they are in the stage of doing Shravanam and Kirtan every day. They're chanting 16 rounds, falling forward. But it has to be done gradually. Not that the first, they have come, but nobody is telling them what to do or what not to do. Nobody is cultivating them. Nobody knows what is the way to cultivate them. They're just coming in the Sunday program and love feast and they're just taking prasadam and going away. That's not enough. That's part of like OTP. Giving piety to others. That is important. To gather people, we need something. That is required. But what is the next step? That is called cultivation. So we need to first understand where we stand. We are doing both, I think, OTP and cultivation. But now with a focal mind, we can understand that what is OTP and what is cultivation. And that's why a preacher identifies with the type of program he does. Is it called OTP or is it called a cultivation? And then definitely the cultivation that requires the association of devotees. The Bhakta Sangha. Through the Sangha of devotees, by following the process of Shravanam and Kirtan, the cultivation automatically happens in the heart of a person. And that makes the person joyful wherever they are in, whether in East Africa or West Africa or in America or any part of the world. And this is not what I am saying. It's all being said in the scriptures. This avidya, what I am saying here, it's everywhere it is described in the scriptures. You know about Narad Muni and Vyasadeva? You know, Vyasadeva, he was very much disturbed. You have heard? He was very much disturbed that I'm not so much satisfied what I've written. He's a scholar. He's a person. He's a Vyasadeva incarnation. But he's not satisfied. What to talk about us? He's not satisfied. That's when Narad Muni came here. Narad Muni said, because you have not sufficiently described about Krishna. There are also anuvarnitaha and anukirtita. The two things that he said. You have not repeatedly described about Krishna. And you are not specifically described about Krishna. That is the root cause of our own dissatisfaction in our life. And that will be removed through this cultivation process. And that's why it requires a kind heart to go ahead and give this knowledge to others, sharing it and never leave them. Right? Once a person has joined us, has come to Krishna consciousness, so please don't leave that person. Even if the person is saying, oh, I don't want to come. Why you are calling me again and again? Why you are giving me service and doing all this? I will not leave you. Whatever way you are comfortable in, please come and try to enjoy Krishna consciousness. Gradually, slowly, that is the process. Okay? So on this point, let us end this. Maybe you have some questions to clarify. You can ask person to person because, or maybe some of you have some duties to perform or something. So maybe you can leave for that. Then we can.
Someone may don't know the power of the our this limbs of the bhakti, Like we know this prasadam, always we give the importance of prasadam. If somebody whole life just eating the prasadam, he doesn't know anything, doesn't want anything, what about that?
Yeah, they're getting the piety, they're getting the bhakti, definitely. They're getting the bhakti. But as a result of bhakti, the ultimate process is the Shravanam and Kirtanam. They're hearing, because when we are distributing, that's what Prabhupada said, that when we are distributing Prasadam even, we have to play the Prabhupada Kirtan there. So that they can hear about Krishna. The Shravan and Kirtan is the basic thing.
It is for you, listen.
Yes.
Again.
So Prabhu has, you asked, okay, Prabhu has asked the question that somebody who's doing this food, like always eating prasadam, and for them, what is the, would they achieve their goal of life or not? They achieve the Krishna prema or not? So the answer is, then definitely Prabhupada said that we are not like a fruitive workers. We are the servants of Krishna. We are distributing the prasadam of Krishna to others, to make them Krishna, to make them understand about Krishna. Because this food, when that goes into the brain, right? So they can understand little bit about Krishna. And then they inquire about Krishna. Then they read about Krishna. In this way they do Shravanam and Kirtanam. So whatever we do, whatever service we do, whether it's a cleaning service, whether it's a prasadam distribution service, along with that the Shravanam Kirtanam is a basic thing that would go. That's the Prabhupada words actually. That is not our words. Prabhupada specifically say that with Shravanam, whether you are doing yajna, Krishna Balram temple, the yajna was going on. Prabhupada said that you have to do kirtan here. Always kirtan. So that is the process of this age of Kali, of doing Shravanam and Kirtan.
Like we put the proper tape, that is very, very important.
Very important.
While distributing the food.
Very important.
On each and every plate we have to say Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
And if the live devotees are there, those who can do Kirtan, that is more better. Because it's more interaction is there in that way. Right? Thank you very much. Haribol.
But I will ask you maybe at a later time because of less time right now. Something that is quite important. I'll come back to you with that.
I'm your servant. Anytime.
Prabhupada ki
Jai. Or Bhakti Vriksh.